Greetings. I am Althea Grey-McKenzie, Director of the White House Performing Studios and the Caribbean American Arts Network and Education in Silver Spring, Maryland, as well as a partner with Baltimore's own Haitian community organization, Komite Ayiti, to bring you this segment on Haiti's music history and culture. Music. Compa. Compa. Compa, the sea. Compa from the 19th century was made an international wave in the 1950s by Nemours Jean-Baptiste. Congo, Igbo, bebop, big band, mini jazz rock bands, opera, classical, merengue, French merengue, traditional troubadour ballads, musique raisin, roots music, and the raisin movement, conscious and political music which was popularized in the 1970s. Rara, voodoo, yanvalu, folk, cadence, zouk, a type of compa music created by the Guadeloupe band called Kassav, which has become so popular the band's name is synonymous with the music genre. That, as well as the myriad of other Haitian music and fused musical styles that have crossed continents. Haiti's music is complex and multidimensional, bold and captivating. As a dancer and performing artist whose works within a frame of traditional African, Caribbean music and folk culture, I've found dance to be tied to music and music to dance. As I learn more about Haiti's culture and music from my interactions with the Haitian organization Komite Ayiti, I am struck by how the music is inextricably tied to its people and every facet of its culture. The Taino, Amerindians, and other indigenous peoples of Haiti have all been connected with those stolen and enslaved people from Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas who suffered through forced migration, make up its indigenous groups. During Haiti's colonial period, Spanish and French colonists tried to remove the cultural ties of Haitian music in an attempt to control the spirit and energy of its people, which is often the case for people of color around the world. Even with those attempts, Haitian music culture has survived and remains a powerful force through its history. We see that strong and dynamic culture links attracted and spawned influence during slavery, while in 1804, the successful Haitian revolt made Haiti the second independent nation and the first Black republic in the Americas. Music genres expanded, and the fusion of French ballads forged troubadour music, introduced operas and classical music from Europe. These musical forms also highlighted a country divided by class, but it was the strong musical traditions and influence of music from other countries in the Caribbean, Africa, Spain, and the Americas that helped to fortify the many genres of Haitian traditional, contemporary, and popular music. Emerald Depradine, singer, legend, dancer, folklorist, and pioneering vocalist who made voodoo and Haitian folk music mainstream despite strong misgivings from her elders and the community as a whole. Our hearts go out to Toto Bizant, a Creole vocalist, actor, and composer who captured the essence of Haitian culture in her songs that blended traditional voodoo with rural themes and arrangements. We also celebrate Carole de Mesme, the mother of Haiti, so named for her contemporary work intertwining Yamvalu and Bara rhythms using her majestic voice. She was also praised for pairing compa with Italian classical music. It is exciting that during Women's History Month, we can celebrate these women as beacons of innovation and creativity who have led the way for artists to follow, such as Juilliard graduate Natalie Joachim, a Haitian American vocalist, flautist, composer, like Amarant, who became the first Haitian artist to receive a recording contract by popularizing Haitian traditional music and song. Nathalie has become a Grammy-nominated artist whose dynamic music, ever linked to her cultural heritage, covers a broad range of genres, including pop, classical, and indie rock. Let us not forget about contemporary artist, guitarist Jackie Ambrose, son of flautist Jean-Jacques de Ambrose. Jackie Ambrose, influenced by Spanish music, layered it with traditional troubadour rhythms, creating his sound, tropical flamenco. Cécile McLaurin-Salvant and Paul Bouron featured at the PAP Jazz Festival in Haiti, which started in 2007, has been instrumental in reuniting Haiti with its jazz roots and reintroducing the country to its New Orleans jazz musical traditions born from the influences of its ancestral struggle in the Americas. It is my pleasure to share a little of the history of Haitian music and to pay tribute to the musical genres, to the brave artists who cross boundaries, and to the people who are dedicated to Haiti wherever they are. We thank Community Concerts as second, its sponsors, partners, and affiliates, Spektral Quartet and Natalie Zhuashim, and Maryland's very own Komite Ayiti for this special concert. In the words of Carol de Mesme, music has no frontier. That is the most beautiful part of music, that you share your world with another world. Ashe.